Casa to the pack. It is Pack here.
AKA your mama's best friend, your daddy's worst nightmare.
I got to play NBA 2K23 early, and I was able to look at the build system, and I gotta be honest with you, this is such a different build system that I want to warn all of you. Do not make your build yet. If you're watching this video, you either don't have 2K yet and you're about to get it, or you just got it and you're thinking about what build to make. I'm telling you right now, hold on a second. Do not waste your VC just yet, okay? Let me remind you how this works every year. Your first build is gonna suck. Listen to me, all these YouTube videos you're about to watch, even whatever I'm about to tell you, it might not mean anything, because if you've ever played 2K, your first build always sucks, because we don't know the meta and we don't know what's good. And so I'm gonna give you, in my opinion, safe build options, and I'm also gonna tell you how this is going to go, because the build system is very different from before, especially from current gen coming to next gen. You're going to be really confused. I just wanted to give you that safe little warning before we start, okay? If you like this kind of content, please join the pack and subscribe. Let's get it, man. So I want to kind of break down the build system first and go from there. So if you've played next gen before, the attribute system is kind of similar, but wait. So yes, you can do like pick your position, your height, and based on your position, height, wingspan, things will change. Like the attributes, let's say you lower your wingspan, you're gonna have a less driving dunk, higher shooting. That's kind of the similar stuff that we've been used to. What is really different more than anything to me is badges. Badges are completely different in this game. Let me explain to you the badge situation. So before an NBA 2K22, I could make a build that had almost max perimeter defense and steal, max speed, max three-point shooting, max driving dunk with good ball handle, and you were good to go. You just had to sacrifice like interior defense, rebounding, maybe blocks, maybe whatever you want to do. Like you could have to sacrifice a couple things and you can max out other things like close shot, right? That's not going to work anymore. And I'll tell you why it's not going to work anymore. Because you need a very specific amount of badges in order to succeed in this game. Let me give you an example. The badge system now has 3 tiers. You have your crappy or like mediocre badges at tier 1. They're easy to get, they cost 1 badge point. Tier 2, they're a little more expensive. They're 3 badge points, but they're still like mediocre or at least like kind of decent badges. And then the essential badges, I'm talking catch and shoot. I'm talking, let's say, blinders. I'm talking limitless range. These are tier 3 badges. They cost 10 badge points, and that's just to get them on bronze. Okay, so you need to have a lot of badges in the category in order to get these badges. The thing is, they created a loophole here, or kind of an issue. If you want to get a tier 3 badge, you have to have a minimum of 15 badge points in one singular category to get a tier 3 badge on bronze. That's insane. Okay, so the only way you can get badges that are good, you have to be at least decent at a specific category. So you can't just sacrifice all of your defense, because then you're going to be terrible, not just like attribute wise, but badge wise, terrible on defense. And let me break it down why it's even more complicated than that. I said you can get bronze badges, but you can't get Hall of Fame or gold badges. So the only way to get, let's say, Hall of Fame or gold catch and shoot is that not only do you have to have a really high 3-point rating, you have to basically max out your midi and your free throw as well in order to get enough badge points to not only get a Hall of Fame badge on tier 3, but to have any other badges like that. So it's really hard to make a good build that's good at everything. In fact, I'm going to say this, in my opinion, you can't make a build that's good at everything. You can make a build that's okay at everything, and I'll explain some builds later, but good at everything, you literally can't do it. They made it impossible this year, which is good. From now on, this is a more role player based game. So those play shots, let's say you want to make a play shot, you can make a short build that has max 3-point shooting and almost max like speed and also playmaking, but you literally cannot drive and you literally have 0 defense, period. That's how crazy this year is. And so it's kind of like pie charts, but like on crack. Now let me kind of break down even more of this stuff. let me give you an example with centers. In my opinion, centers are like the only builds this year that are obvious. I'm going to plug someone, YouTuber Hollywood TW. I was sitting next to him the whole time while we were making builds, and I was watching what he was doing. We were talking about it a little bit. He was making some centers, like a 6'9 center that basically could do almost everything. It wasn't perfect. It had issues, badge issues for sure. But compared to everything else, at least it was like pretty damn good. So I want you to check his channel out to see the specific builds he was making. He was really doing a good job making some builds. So the 6'9 centers, I think those centers are pretty much straightforward, and I think those are going to be obvious. And then in my opinion, the 7'3" rec centers are also pretty obvious. It's just going to be finishing and also defense with a little bit of shooting, and you're going to be good to go. And you're going to have your Hall of Fame badges on all your defensive stuff. So those two builds are like easy. Like those are going to be obvious. It's the guards and the wings. That's the real problem, because we were all debating what's better. Do you get a 6'9 point guard or do you get a short point guard? In my opinion, the 6'5 like point guards were pretty good. They got good badges. They were not really terrible at anything. They were really fast. You could do max speed 6'5. That's really important with max wingspan, and you still had good everything. The thing was, and this was the issue with the 6'5 point guard that I made. I have max speed. I have the 93 dunk rating. I have good shooting. I have good ball handle. My defense isn't absolutely atrocious. I couldn't rebound, but I guess it didn't matter if I was a point guard. But I couldn't get Hall of Fame badges. I couldn't even get most gold badges. So I'll be okay at everything, but I won't have the Hall of Fame or gold badges in order to be great at anything. And the thing is, we don't know how important badges are. So I'm going to make this build day one. In my personal opinion, I'm making the 6'5 guard day one. And just to see, because I feel like it's a safe build that's okay at everything. But I'm worried that these other builds that have Hall of Fame badges are just going to destroy me. So there's genuine issues here. Like, we don't know what's good or not. I think the 6'5 builds, the point guard 6'5 builds where you kind of do how you want to do it, is going to be the smarter play day one. Now, I want to give you kind of the weird one, something that it took me a second to realize. Core badges. So you might be confused at what core badges are. You can get a core badge for every single one of your categories. A core badge is free. It's as simple as that. So this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to get your core badge on the highest possible tier badge you can. So if you're able to get a tier 3 badge that's on gold, you're going to make that your core badge. You're going to absolutely make that your core badge because it's free. You don't have to waste any like badge points on it. So let's say if you make a shooting build, I would get catch and shoot on Hall of Fame as your core badge. And then I would use my extra badge points to get maybe like blinders or limitless on the gold on tier 3. So now you have a little more. But I'm reminding you, you need to at least have around 15, probably more, in one category in order to get a core badge on tier 3 and even a tier 3 badge in general. It's really hard. They made it really hard this year. But I mean, there isn't much to say. I'm going to tell you, I don't want to give you a build at all in this video. I don't. Because I don't want to give you a build that's not going to work, because I guarantee you these builds day one are not going to work. We don't know which attributes are important. Like, I don't know how important interior defense is this year. I don't know how important blocks are or steals are. I don't know how good middies are. We don't know. So I don't want to, like, yeah, I've played against AIs and bots and I did good, but I can't tell you for sure until we play against good people with good badges. We don't know. So I'm not going to give you a badge or build that I think is good because I don't know. But I will tell you from a distance, the center builds, the 6'9 builds with the Hollywood TW is probably going to upload. Check that out. And then I think 6'5 point guards with high speed are also going to be the meta. The problem is they're not going to have good badges. So it's going to be one of those weird ones where we have to wait and see. It's my personal opinion. That's what I'm making day one. At the end of the day, I think just try to make the safest build you can day one and go from there, because there's no guarantee at all your build's going to be good. Actually, I'm going to probably promise you your build's probably going to be bad. That's my personal opinion. I like the badge system. I'm going to keep it real with you. I really like the new build system with the badges, because it makes cheesy players that can do everything. Demigods are gone. They are. You cannot make a demigod in this game. Maybe that 6'9 center is a little good, but it's a center that's slow, so it's not going to matter. These point guard demigod builds are gone, at least from a distance. So I think it's good. I like the new build system. I like the gameplay. The final thing is gameplay opinions. When I was making my build and practicing, I still think greening is a little easy. I was playing on Hall of Fame the entire time. I was greening almost every shot that was open, in my personal opinion. It was pretty damn easy to green. There's a kind of play style I play, if you ever watch this channel, where I either ISO or I'll get a screen and I'll just hit the screen. I'll move in a direction and pick either if I'm going to drive or shoot. And if I was left open for a second to shoot, I would just pull And every time in that situation, I was greening very consistently. And that was with 73-point ratings and 93-point ratings. I didn't feel a difference, me personally. I think what's more important is the jump shots. So I think that's definitely going to be the separator. It's not greening because it's easy. It's going to be the jump shots. Darius Garland was a really good jump shot. It was really fast. I thought Klay Thompson was a really good jump shot. Curry's jump shot's always good. But the problem is, it's really hard to get those jump shots with specific height requirements and 3-point ratings. And that's the hard part, because I can't even tell you what good jump shot to use because I don't know how tall your build's going to be or how like high of a 3-point rating you're going to have. So it's hard. Kelly Oubre's was a little slow, but it was good for bigger players. It's hard. I'm telling you right now, it's impossible to really tell you because we just don't know anything yet. Darius Garland is a good jump shot. You're going to want to have a high 3 to have those kind of jump shots available. And I think 6'5" guards are the move. So yeah, that's what I got out of this. Let me know, man, what you think after day 1 of playing. In my personal opinion, I think you make a build, use only a little bit of VC, play for a little bit, see how it goes, and then once you decide what you like, then make your real build the next week. That's what I personally think you should do. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, please join the pack and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.